Awesome. Okay, go ahead and come on up to stand. So this is a floor work conditioning class. So we're going to warm up first, and then we're going to go into some of the moves that, well, I guess prep work for some of the moves that you'll see in like floor work. We're going to do 45 seconds on, and then kind of take a break so that I can explain what we're going into next. And then once we get there, we'll do another 45 seconds on, and then you kind of get a break when I talk and describe what we're doing next. And if you have heels, maybe keep them off for the warm up, and then we'll go ahead and put them on just while we're doing the conditioning work. It can help sometimes. So let's just start with some neck rolls here. The chin down to the chest, ear over to the side, and then slightly back up and over. Make sure that your shoulders are nice and relaxed. Shoulder blades pulling down away from the ears. And the next time your chin is to the front, go ahead and switch directions. Tummy is tight. Space between the jaw. 2 more here. And last one. The next time your chin is down to your chest, go ahead and just come on up to center. Looking over the shoulder and switch back and forth. Looking over the shoulders. Last one to each side. And then we'll take the ear to the neck, or ear to the shoulder, ear to the neck. Good luck with that one. Ear to shoulder. I feel like my camera angle makes me look like a giant. Last one each side. And then we're going to start with some shoulder rolls. So just squeezing up, back, and around, really slow so that you can really get the movement of the arms squeezing up towards the ears, and then the shoulder blades squeezing together behind you. Reverse, come forward, press between the area between the shoulder blades, back towards the wall, curving the shoulders forward. Last one here. And then take your rib cage forward to the side, back, and to the opposite side. Drawing circles with just the rib cage. Try to keep the lower body relaxed and also stationary. Switch directions. Front side, back side. Last circle this way. And then come back just to neutral. We're going to do the same with the hips. So squeeze the tush, push the hips forward, over to the side, round them back, and over to the other side. Bend the knees when you're coming forward. The knees straighten as you go around into your circle. Take this nice and slow so that you can really push and switch direction, come back the other way. Hands can be wherever you want them to be. Drawing big circles with the hips. Last 2. Last 1. Awesome. Go ahead and take the chin to the chest. Let the arms roll forward and just hang, slowly rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Legs should be a little bit far apart, wider than the hips. And just take a deep breath here. Try to relax the lower body down. Try to lift the sits bones up lengthening the back of the legs. And then you're gonna walk over to your right leg, pull your chest in towards the leg. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, walk over to the left side. Pull the body into the thigh. Lengthen down. And then we're going to come over to the right into a lunge. So just keep one leg forward, back leg reaches as long as you can. Really press through the heel. Let the hips sink down into the middle. Front knee should be over the ankle. And then we're going to just straighten and bend. So straighten the front leg and bend the front leg. Straighten and bend. Straighten and bend. Last one. Straighten and bend. Go ahead and straighten. Keep the body over that front leg for just a couple seconds. And then when you're ready, flip the toes forward, walk yourself all the way over to your other side, press that back heel back, lengthen the leg, front knee should be right over that ankle, and just let the hips sink down towards the ground. Keep that back leg as straight as you can, pushing through the heel. And when you're ready, straighten the front leg and bend. Straighten and bend. Two more. Straighten. Last one. And then come back up just with that front leg straightened. Hold here for just a second. And then turn the toes front and come back into the middle. And just hang out here for just a second, really tipping the sit bones up, lengthening the back of the legs, breathing, relaxing, and then go ahead and find yourself down on all fours. Okay, so first thing we're gonna do is warm up our spine. So we're gonna do some cat-cows. Cat-cow is just all fours. Make sure you're in proper alignment here. So wrists, elbows, shoulders in alignment. Knees are right underneath your hips and as wide as your hips. And you're just gonna push and arch up like an angry cat. And then you come back through center and arch looking up. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and try to get the sits bones to pull up towards the ceiling. So give me just a second. I'm going to get my timer going. Okay, go ahead and get set up. And we'll start in 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and go. So you're just exhaling as you come into cat, inhaling as you come into cow. Exhale and inhale. Do this at your own pace with your own breath. So exhale as your chin tucks. Inhale as you look up and arch. Keep going, really press the ground away. Three, 2, 1. Stay here. You're going to end up drawing circles with your body. So the ribs push over to the side. You then tuck the chin, come up over your cat, press to the other side, and come down through cow. If I face you, If I'm in neutral, I'm pressing over to the side with my rib cage. I'm pressing up, tucking the chin, press over to the other side, come back into a neutral neck position where I'm looking down at the ground, and then I'm looking up as I come through my cow. So pressing over, up, over, and through. So you're getting your neck involved with this as well, not just the ribs. Go ahead and set up in position. We will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Choose a direction to go to. We'll go 45 seconds here and then switch directions. So really take this opportunity to press slowly through that whole circle. Get the head involved. Try not to slouch into the shoulders. Active pressing. Five, forward, get ready to switch directions and go. Other way, tucking the chin. A little bit of coordination here. Pressing through the hands. Really curve up into that angry cat, tuck the chin. Tummy is tight as you come through cow, protect your lower back. Keep going. 10 more seconds here. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and take a seat. Give your wrists a break, so just grab onto and release your fingers and just roll the wrists one way and then roll them back the other way and then just shake them out. We're going to go into leg waves from this position. So I will face you so you can see what we're doing. You're in your cat-cow position. You are going to bring the leg straight back. It's going to sweep front and then sweep back. Sweep front and back. Now my hips do swivel in this. As they come forward, hello shoes. As they come forward, I sit back into my hip. It will create a better angle here, make you look a little bit more flexible, and then it comes back. So forward and back. We're keeping the foot on the ground for now. If you do have heels, this might be a great time to put them on. It helps slide onto the floor so that you're not dragging your toes, or even socks might help. Either way, whatever you have, we will go ahead and start. So come up into your all fours, and we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So leg straight back, bring it forward, and sweep it back. And forward, and sweep. And forward. Keep it on the ground for right now. Forward, and back. Forward, and back. And forward. Keep it up. Let the hip come back and swivel as you're doing this. You have 15 more seconds. Keep it up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come on down. We're going to go all the way over to the other side. If you don't have room, turn around. And we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So coming forward and sweep back. And forward and sweep, and forward, and sweep, and crunch, and sweep. Pointed feet here. Get the hips involved. Let them sway. Keep it up. Almost there. 10 more seconds. And rest. Okay. Shake out your wrist while I explain where we're going next. So, same idea. All fours. This time, we're going to, what are we doing? We're bringing the leg up. Sorry. Pick the leg up, bring it up, and push it back. So this one is off the floor. Pick the leg up off the floor, turn it out, bend the knee, and then bring the knee up towards the shoulder. Straighten the leg, then come back. So we're bringing knee in, out, and sweeping back. Okay, find your position. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and begin. Straight out, pick it up, bend the elbow, sweep back. Bend the knee up, straight, sweep back. Bend the knee up, straighten, sweep back, up, straighten, sweep back. Really squeeze that glute. Keep the leg high if you can. Hips are swiveling. And over, and up, and over. Finish that one. And then on to your other side. Begin in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Leg back, pick it up. Knee bends up to shoulder and sweep. Knee bends and sweep. You'll find you'll have one side that really likes to work and the other side that maybe doesn't like to work so much. Really squeeze. Try to keep that leg as high as you can. Pointed feet. And squeeze. Almost there. If it's too hard, bring the leg down and back, but try to keep it up. And that is it. Okay, awesome. Take a break. Roll out your wrists if you need to. Okay, we are going to, if you have your shoes on, maybe take them off. We're going to start at the tops of our feet. So, come into sitting on top of your feet. You have two options here. You can figure out which one works best for you. The first one, you're going to come back and you're going to roll the knees off, but keeping the weight on the tops of the feet. Your second option is to come forward, still keeping the weight over the heels. You're going to press into your hands and bring the knees off. So either one, you're trying to stretch the tops of the feet. And yeah, you can go back and forth between the two if you'd like, up to you. If you need extra padding, maybe just roll something up so that you have the extra padding. And yeah, get into position. And we will start to end 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. And you can lift and lower, or you can just sit in the stretching position. And feel free to go between the two and find which one works best for you. Come out if you need to, or just hold, breathing into it, relaxing down, stretching the tops of the feet. We're almost there. 10 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come on out. From here, we're going to sit back into that position. So you're back here, and you're going to try to do some body rolls. So tuck the shoulders in, concave the chest, and then find a way where you can stick out the chest, squeeze the tush, and come back in. Squeeze out the chest, squeeze the tush, and come back in. So it's not a huge movement here, but we're sticking the chest out, sticking the hips out, and coming back in. So we're basically just doing body rolls in this laid back position. Really squeeze the shoulder blades together to get the chest out, and then you have to come up off the heels by squeezing the tush, concave the chest, and then let the bum go, and then arch again. We will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Chest out, squeeze in. Chest out, squeeze in. Up. The more you squeeze your bum, the higher the hips get. Up and through, up and through, and through. Keep it up. Squeeze. Up and through. We're almost there. 10 more seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. We're going to take body rolls from a seated position. So if you need to break really quick, flex your feet and just kind of give your ankles a bit of a break here. So we're going to be sitting on our legs here. Knees can be wide if you want them to be. And we're just going to sit here to begin with. You're going to take your hands. I find pointing my fingers towards each other on my thighs works. You're going to dip your head. You're going to come down. As you come to the floor, your bum starts lifting up. You start arching. Come all the way up, and then squeeze the tush, push the hips forward, bring the shoulders forward, and come back to sit. So you're doing a huge body roll here. Down, arch, up, squeeze, sit. And we start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Down, up, come onto your knees, squeeze, and sit. Down, up, squeeze, and sit. Play with where your legs are. Maybe they need to be wider. Maybe they need to be closer. Squeeze and sit. Down, arch, up, squeeze, and sit. Scoop, squeeze, and sit. 10 more seconds. Squeeze. Probably the last one here. And take a break. Okay, enough of that. Go ahead and come on down. We are going to go into side laying. So go ahead and choose a side to lay on. You can be up on your wrist, or you can be laying flat. Up to you. Bottom leg should be straight. If you need to bend it for balance, go ahead. The top knee is going to start straight. You are going to turn it out, bend the knee up to the shoulder, straighten it out, and then close it down. So it's starting off parallel. The top leg has to turn out. So bring your heel forward to get the knee to the shoulder. Then you straighten. As you close, the leg rotates again and goes back into parallel. So we're turning out, bend, up, straighten, and as you straighten, you're turning back in. Okay, so here we go. We got starting in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it in and up, straighten and down. You can do this in whatever time you want. You can go quick, you can go slower, but really be active here. So both legs are nice and active. You're pointing your feet and you're squeezing up and down and up and down. Squeeze up and down. 5 more seconds here. Maybe get one last one in. And pause. From here, we're going to do the exact opposite. We're going to up, rotate, bend, and come down. So you go up straight, knee to elbow or knee to shoulder, bend the knee, and then kind of slink the leg down the body so that it's straight. Let's see. Okay, go ahead and start. So up, bend, and down, and up straight, bend, and slink down. Keep going, squeeze, and down. Fire up that hip flexor to bring that leg closer to the elbow or the shoulder. Really squeeze, and down. Keep it up, and down. Squeeze up, bend, and down. Squeeze up, bend. 5 more seconds. Last one here. And down. Excellent. Last one while we're on this side, and then we'll switch over. We're going to do the same thing. Up, out. You're going to take it across the front of the body and squeeze it back into center. So we're bending the knee as we bring the toe up the inside of the straight leg, up to the shoulder, straighten it out, and then tip it down and come through. Now when I tip it to the front, I'm not tipping my body to the front. I am still stacked hips on top of hips, and all I'm doing is bringing the leg across the body, down and back to center. We will start in 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend it in, up, straighten to the front and through. Bend it up, straighten to the front, sweep it down. Up, straighten to the front and around. Keep going. Make sure you're breathing. Tummy has to squeeze to keep that leg from falling forward. Really engage. Be in control of the forward movement. Don't let the foot just flop. Last one. And go ahead and come onto your other side. We'll do all three of those on the other side. So find your position where you're nice and stacked on top of the hips. The body should be in alignment here. So your shoulders should be in alignment with your hips, not jackknifed back and forward. I can't see my phone. Hold on. Get the timer here. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So the first one is bring it up, straighten, and down. Up the leg to the shoulder, straighten, and close. Up the leg, shoulder, straighten, and close. Make sure you're pointing the foot up. Keep going. 10 more seconds here. 5 more. 3, 2, 1. The next one is going to be the reverse. So up, straight, bend, and down. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead. Up, straight, bend the knee, and sweep down. Up, bend, sweep down. Have to turn that hip out, and then back to parallel. Make sure you're breathing. Make sure the other leg is nice and active too, that it hasn't just decided to hang out with us. Up, 10 more seconds here. Up. Last one. And then we're gonna go into up to the shoulder, open to the front, and sweep. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So up to the shoulder, straighten to the front, and sweep back to the back. Up to the shoulder, straighten to the front, and sweep back. Keep it up. Really squeeze. Don't let that leg flop to the front. Control the movement. Up. 10 more seconds here. Get one more in at least. Maybe 2 more. Last one. Up, straighten, and around. Excellent. Go ahead and come onto your knees. If you have shoes, this might be a good one to put them on. We're going to do flamingo get-ups. We are going to do a hair flick. We're going to do a head roll, and then we're going to come back down into a forward bend and a donkey kick to come onto the floor. So it looks like this. You are on your knees. You're going to have your hands forward. You are going to choose a foot, whichever foot you begin with. You're going to come the other side the next time you do it. So we're here, we come up. Make sure that you come up over the leg and not way out here. So when you come up, as you're coming up onto the feet, make sure when you jump 1 foot up underneath you while the other one goes out. That way you're not like horribly forward. Squeeze the thighs, hair flick up. Oh, I'm too far away from you. You're gonna hair flick up. You're going to head roll around as you change the weight between legs. So if you came up over your left leg, as you head roll around, you head roll and switch the direction of the weight. So if I'm here, I'm head rolling over here. I come back down, place my hands onto the ground, and then you're donkey kicking. I gotta come forward or I'm gonna hit my wall. So from here, press into the hands, pick the knees, pick the feet up, jump onto the toes, and come back down. If you don't have shoes to land on, that is not a problem. You have a couple options. If you are brave enough, when you come down into your donkey kick, you're going to come onto the tops of your feet, just like we were in our stretch. So the bend, you're bending the knees, jump, and you're gonna land on the tops of the feet to come down. If you don't want to do that, fair enough. We're all on different things. You're gonna jump onto the tips of your toes. So here, so I've got my toes on instead of the tops of my heels, and then you just kind of fudge it to come through. So up to you. The whole sequence again, we are here. We are coming up with a hair flick. We're coming over with a head roll, coming back down, and then we're coming back down. And then we'll just go through it a couple times as we go through it. Switch your sides. So if you start coming up with the left leg underneath you, after you come back down and do your donkey kick, the next time you come up with the right leg underneath you. Okay, get ready to start. We will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. So, up, flick the head roll around, come back down, donkey kick down, and reset. Other foot underneath, head flick up, head roll around, and come back down. Donkey kick down, and reset. Up, head roll, or head flick, sorry. Head roll, down, and donkey kick, and up, hair flick, head roll, down, and come back down. Awesome, take a break. We're going to go into our tush push bum lifts. So, get your mat. It might actually be better without a mat. I guess it depends on what you are on. I'm gonna put this just on my chest so that my chest slides. So, we're coming down to be on our bellies here. You're going to engage the back muscles, and you are just going to pull the knees up and back down, or chest and back down. Whichever slides better. For me on my tile, I don't slide my chest very well. It kind of sticks. So you can slide the knees up and back down, or you can do your chest pressing into the hands, back, and pulling to come back forward. Up to you which one you want to do. We will start in 3, 2, 1, and go. Pulling, and then going back to reset. So really engage the core, back muscles are pulling like crazy. Keep it up. Really engage those back muscles. Pulling through and down. 5 more seconds. One more. Excellent. Okay, we're gonna do bum tick-tock. So you're gonna come into the bum up position, and you're just gonna let your hips tick-tock from one side to the other. So it looks like this. I come up, I drop my hips one way, up through center, back up through center. So if that's too much, you can come up, go one way, center, the other way, center and down, and then reset, or you can just go up and just tick-tock back and forth between the two for the full 45 seconds. Up to you, you can break and rest whenever you need to. Just make sure you come back into it for the last like 10 seconds. So we will start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it up. Tick-tock. Really keep those back muscles engaged. Keep the tummy nice and tight to protect the lower back. See if you can squeeze up a little higher. Keep going. Maybe if you have your head to one side, switch it so that the neck doesn't kink. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Tummy tight. And come back. Come up, sit back into a child's pose. Reach the hands out long. Press the hips back towards the heels. Take a few breaths here. And we will move on. Coming into a straddle sit. So, however wide you want to straddle, we're going to be lifting the legs. So if this is super difficult for you, you're going to keep your legs closer into each other. If you want to challenge yourself, you're going to take your legs wider. And we're just going to lift one and then the other. So tip the pelvis back. We're not like hanging out here though. You're just tipping. And then you, one leg, switch, other leg. And just switching back and forth between the two. Lifting as high as you can possibly lift, squeezing. The more active the leg is, the easier this is. So really squeeze the thigh, pull the knee up, point the foot, keeping that tip back position. And just switch back and forth between the two. Make sure you are even here and then shake it out. You can roll the legs in and out. You can bend, sit back, and windshield wiper the legs. That's always a good one. The next one we're going to come into is going to be lifting both legs at the same time. So you're in your straddle position. Make sure you're nice and upright to begin with, and then you can tip the pelvis back. Back so you can see me. Then you're going to tilt the pelvis back. Hands can be wherever you need them to be. I find in the front, in between, works for me, but you can have them wherever you need to be. Both legs are super active, almost so much that when you point, your heels come off the floor, and then you're going to lift and down and lift and down. Control the up and the down, don't let them flop. We'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. Both of them up and down. Make sure you're controlling the up and the down. Don't let the legs just flop down. Again, if this is hard, see about bringing the legs in closer. Or if it's like next to impossible, you're not going anywhere, you can go back to lifting one and then the other. Up to you. You have 15 more seconds here. Breathing, squeeze and lift. 5 more seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Excellent. Again, sit back, windshield wiper the knees, back and forth. Continue on. Okay, next one is a prep for leg waves so that you can understand what you're doing once you turn this upside down. So you're in your straddle position here. All we are going to do is pretend like we have thread attached to our knees. You are going to pull one knee up and then press it down. I find that having the hands actually help this. So you're like pulling the thread and then you are pressing the palm of the hand down as you press the foot down. So we're just bending and pressing and bending and pressing. Here we go. Up and down and up and down, up and press and bend and press. Keep it up. Bend and press, up and press, up and press. You can do this with the legs super wide. You can do this with the legs closed. All the while you are sitting nice and straight. Up and down. 5 more seconds. Keep going. Okay, so from here, we are now going to start involving the hips and the upper body. So when you pull the one knee, your body will face kind of that knee, and you're almost swiveling your hips. So if you think like drawing figure eights with your hips while you're on the ground, it's not going to be a huge movement because we're seated. But it will help once you invert this to kind of get the motion. So you definitely want to involve the upper body as well. So it's almost like you're doing the back shoulder rolls. Whichever knee comes up, that's the shoulder that rolls back and away. It should turn your chest to face the leg that the knee is bending on. So let's try it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Up and down, up and down. You can do this as quickly or as slowly as you want. Keep the legs moving. Keep the upper body moving. Keep the feet pointed. And you're just kind of swiveling here. Knee pulls in and then straightens. If you need to do the hands, you can pull, push, pull, push. Nice little workout for the hip flexors. 3, 2, 1, stop. Lean back, take your feet up, press the hip forward. Press the hip forward. Go back and forth a couple times here. Really pressing in. Last one for the day. We are going to do our stag knee bends. So you're kind of in this laid back position here. Here. Try not to let the upper body curve and lose your neck. So really push through the shoulders, open the chest wide. You can bend the elbows, so fingertips face the bum. And then you're just going to pick your legs up and stag them, and you're going to sweep and sweep. So go ahead and get into position. We'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So sweep the knees down and then the opposite direction. So both knees are going the same way. It's just one leg is kind of trying to play catch up while the other one leads, and then you just switch it. If you want to make this a bit more difficult, you can start walking this forward. So how you do that, as you go one way, you kind of reach the bum that way. As you are picked up, the other side reaches. Your hands have to kind of walk with you on this. You have 10 more seconds. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And go ahead and come on up. Okay, that is it for the exercises. We're gonna cool down really quick, stretch some of that stuff out. So go ahead and just find some kind of padding for your knee. Come up into one leg forward. Pick whichever leg you want, doesn't matter. And then from here, press the hip down, squeeze the tush, especially the side of the leg that is back. And just let that hip sink, sink, sink down to the ground. As you get further down, you might need to walk that front foot up just so that your knee stays over the ankle. And then roll up. See if you can grab the leg with the opposite arm and pull the heel into the bum, all the while still pressing the hip down towards the ground. Stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come back up over that knee. Let the front leg come out straight. Flex the leg, and then allow the upper body to come forward. Try to keep the hips nice and square. Breathing here. And then just come up a little bit and rock that front foot forward or sideways like a windshield wiper. Moving the leg in the hip socket. Rolling over the heel. And then sweep it back around and come over onto your other side. Forward, leg nice in alignment, knee over, ankle, back leg is pressing down, pressing that hip straight down to the ground. Breathing here. Every time you exhale, see if you can just get a little bit further into the stretch, opening up the hips. And then coming up, see if you can grab that foot with the opposite arm and roll back forward, pressing, stretch, hip down to the ground for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release, straighten that front foot, flex the foot, bring the body down over the leg, pressing back, press your sits bones back, and then coming up and rotate that heel in and out. Letting the leg move within the hip socket. And then sweep it around. Come into a nice seated position here. Make sure that you're nice and tall up on the sit bones. And take a deep breath in. Arms come up over the head. Relax the shoulders down and lead with the chest. Forward fold. Grab onto whatever you can grab onto. Let the back bow. So just relax here. Don't worry about having a straight spine. And rolling up. One last time, deep breath in. Exhale forward and relax down. Take a nice deep breath here. As you exhale, see if you can sink and melt further into this. And coming up. Last one while we're here, go ahead and bend one of the knees, cross it over the leg. Take the opposite hand to the knee bent, cross it over. Sit up out of the hips first, and then twist. Nice deep breath here. Exhale, melt even further into this twist. Inhale one more time. Exhale, come back to center, uncross the leg. Excuse me, uncross the leg. Cross the other one up and over. Opposite arm comes to the other side. Sit up first, and then push in. Twisting. Try to keep upright. Try not to lean back in this. Using that arm to press into the knee. Deep breath here. Relax even further into this. One more deep breath in. Exhale, come back to center. Find just a nice neutral sitting position. Do a couple shoulder rolls back. And a couple shoulder rolls forward. And then we'll just take our head down and roll it over to one side and over to the other side. So no back position, don't look up, just take the chin down to the front and roll between the two. Make sure the shoulders are nice and relaxed down. Last one to each side. Come back to center and roll on up. If there's anything else you need to do, feel free to do so. There's quite a bit more to this, so we are going to add another one on next week. I didn't get through everything I wanted to, so we'll have a nice class next week as well if you want to join. And I can't unmute you, but you can unmute yourself, I think.